Now this question says write 56 as a product of its prime factors. Now this will take us to another topic that I titled product of prime factors. Okay, now first of all, what is a prime factor? A prime factor is a factor of a number that is prime, or is a factor of a number that is a prime number. A prime number. And what's a prime number? Prime number is a number that has only two factors. One and itself. For example, you have 2, you have 3, you have 5, you have 7, you have 11, you have 13, and so on. All these numbers have only two factors, 1 and themselves, so they are prime numbers. Now, if you're asked to express 4 as a product of its prime factor, express it as product of its prime factor, we're just trying to find out the factors of 4 that are prime numbers. Okay, now it's the same as actually doing this long division kind of thing on the number. For example, for 4, you have 2 is the first prime number, so 2 divided by 4 is going to give you 2, and then 2 into this is going to give you 1. So you find out that expressing 4 as a product of its prime factor is 2 times 2, okay, or 2 raised to the power 2. Okay, but this is actually the correct one because this is a product. Now, expressing 4 as a product of its prime factor is multiplying out by all those prime numbers, okay, that when you multiply them out you get 4. Okay, now let's work for 20. If you express 20 as product of its prime factor, we'll try using this method too. Now, the first prime number that can go into this without a remainder is 2. So 2 into this is 10. Okay, now 2 will also go through again. 2 into this is 5. Now the next prime number that will divide 5 without a remainder is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Okay, so that means 20 as a product of its prime factor is 2 times 2 times 5. You find out that everything, all the factors that we're multiplying, they are all prime numbers. That's why we call them product of prime factor. Okay, all the factors, they are just factors of the number that are prime numbers. Okay, now that takes us back to the question. We are asked to express 56 as product of prime factor. Now that is going to give us, using the same format, you have 56. Now 2 would divide out first because 2 is the basic prime factor that it has. So 2 into this is 2, 2 into 16 is 8. Okay, now 2 will go in again. 2 into this is 14. 2 will go again. 2 into this is 7. Then 7 will now go. But 7 is a prime number too. 7 into 7 is 1. So 56 as product of its prime factor is 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. That is how to solve that question. Whenever they tell you product of prime factor, just know that is factors of that number. Okay, now when you multiply out, you get that number, but then they have to be prime numbers. Those factors have to be prime numbers. That's just basically what product of prime factor is about.